Welcome to Movie Recall. In today's video, we will be going through the 2010 movie Predators. It's time to recall, let's get started, turn on subtitles, and spoilers ahead. The movie begins when a mercenary named Royce wakes in the middle of a ski dive into an unfamiliar jungle. Once he lands on the ground, as he wakes up, he sees he is in the middle of the nowhere, the dark forest. He has no memory of how he ended up here and what's going on. Of this confusion, there is another man named Cuchillo who dives from the sky, and he is all confused as well. He doesn't know what's going on, so Royce calms him down and tells him that he is on his side, and another man falls from the sky right in front of them. They are both in mystery of what's going on. What horrible place is this and this all? Royce encounters several other tough types that also woke in the middle of a parachute jump with no memory of how they got there, including Cuchillo, a Mexican drug cartel member, Nikolai, a Russian soldier, Isabel, an Israel Defense Force sniper, Mombasa, a death squad soldier from Sierra Leone, Stans, a San Quentin death row inmate, and Hanzo, a Yakuza enforcer. They all gathered around and planned to stick together so they didn't get harmed. Royce is tough, so he doesn't listen to anyone, and everyone starts to follow him. They all start walking to find an answer and a shelter to keep safe, but suddenly they hear a loud voice. It's a man shouting for his life. They all follow the direction of where the voice is coming from, and they run towards it. As they reach the place, another man has fallen from the sky, trapped in a tree hanging upside down. The man is hanging in the middle of a lake, so he is scared that the lake might be deep or have any animals in it. But Royce is tired of his shouting, so he shoots the rope and frees the man. Seemingly unrelated to his compatriots is Edwin, a doctor who does not appear to practice in the lethal arts. Upon landing, they discover that each of them is an armed and lethal killer, each with a dark past with the obvious exception of Edwin. They need to find out where they are and how they arrived there. Royce takes charge but reveals little about himself, though Isabel suspects he is a mercenary and former Black Ops soldier. He speculates that they have been brought to the jungle for a reason, as they are all armed and lethal killers except Edwin. They notice that the trees are carved with some initials, and now they are sure that there are predators around them, and they all need a ton to find shelter. In the jungle, they find empty cages, plants with a neurotoxic poison that Edwin collects on a small scalpel, and a deceased United States Special Forces soldier who'd fortified his location with several crude animal traps. Arriving at a higher ground, they stare at an alien sky and conclude that they are not on Earth. There's a clash between the group, but they need to stick together to survive if something attacks them. They are all very much triggered by their surroundings and want to know why they are in the jungle. As they are walking, the lady of the group says that they must do something to get out of the situation, but nobody listens to them. She stops Royce and shows him that they are moving in the same direction, but the leaf in the water isn't showing direction, and Royce gets worried. He tells her that there is no wind and the sun hasn't moved. Royce says that they'll need a different plan. Once they reach the crest of a hill, they notice that the sky is filled with an alien landscape, leading them to an inescapable conclusion: they are no longer on Earth. The group begins to search the jungle to find answers as to why they are there and, more importantly, how they can get back home to Earth. Edwin discovers a plant that consists of a neurotoxin that can paralyze humans. They find empty cages, primitive booby traps, and the corpse of a US Special Forces soldier. After a pack of quadrupedal alien beasts attacks the party, Royce deduces that the planet is some game preserve and that the humans are being hunted as game. The crew learns that they are on an extraterrestrial world as they proceed. As they walk into the dense forest, they all find themselves with so many disturbing scenes. They all see a soldier dead, a half-eaten, and their stomach opening up. They feel disgusted and terrified for their life. The whole team decided to move forward and see the unreal image. They see space. They are all in a space jungle, but it is not the time to wait. Moving forward, one of them gets suspicious as something is following them, and they are being followed because as soon as they make a further step, an alien predator attacks them. They are then attacked by quadrupedal extraterrestrial beings, which they just about manage to hold off until a high-pitched whistle drives them away. Cuchillo in his fight is hit. He was bitten by the alien predator, and now the whole team is confused at what to do with the drug mafia because he is hurt and cannot get up. The party leaves him when Royce and Mombasa quickly spot the trap. They are in some game preserve, Royce surmises, and whatever is pursuing them was using the creatures that attacked in a manner akin to hunting dogs. Cuchillo cries for assistance again, so the team leaves him behind. Still, Isabel can't see him suffer or be eaten by the predator, so she ends his life and shoots him from a distance to put him out of pain. But he reveals that their hunters recorded the call as a taunt to Isabel. Isabella is confused, but she doesn't stay back. She runs to the crew. Or is hidden in the forest now, and he has a recording of the drug mafia, so he calls Isabella in Cuchillo voice. He makes that helping voice, the last words of Cuchillo, "Help si Prada, they trace the monsters." Trails back to a campsite where a captured predator is chained to a metal monolith and other skinned corpses are hanging from the trees. Whoever killed him had laid several small rings around the body. They follow the quadruped's tracks to a hunting encampment and find a captive predator. They are all tired, but they want to trap the predator so that they can kill the killer. In the middle of the jungle, with the help of Royce, everyone builds up traps and waits for the predator to come across so they can all kill him, and they wait. While waiting, Isabella asks Royce why he behaves so strangely, why he hates everyone, and why he acts so weird. Royce then says that human hunting is the kind of any hunting game and that he has been hunted on his own, and thus the situations made him tough. Royce also tells Isabella that they both are alike and that she loves working for her country but doesn't admit it. In the meantime, Royce notices that the predator isn't coming to their side, so his instincts tell him that the predator can see the traps. Thus, an idea pops into his mind to send in men so that the predator can hunt and be hunted. And here, the doctors come in handy. They send the doctor to the middle of the traps, and the predator gets active. He is minutes after the doctors, and the doctor is running for his life, shouting to kill the predator. And everyone goes silent as Isabella shoots the predator in the head. However, it was discovered that Isabella did not shoot the alien. She confuses, scaring everyone to the core that there is someone hiding and killing their kind. Later, they all find out that there is more than one predator hunting them, and 3 larger predators attack. One of them kills Mombasa, but the rest of the group escapes. Royce notices Isabella's behavior and he demands to tell everyone what does she know about the predator. Isabel reveals that she had heard of these creatures before from a report by the only survivor of a special forces team who encountered one in Valverde, Guatemala in 1987. Soon, a strange alien shape approaches the group. It turns out to be Ronald Noland, an American soldier who had survived on the planet for several years. Ronald takes the group back to his hidden lair and explains how he has killed 3 predators and survived using some of their technology. He says the predators always hunt in threes and that there is a blood feud between the smaller predators and the much larger super predators. Because of the feud, Royce hatches a plan to free the smaller predator in the camp in hopes that he may help the group use the large predator's spaceship to return to Earth. When the group falls asleep, Nolan traps them in a room and attempts to suffocate them with smoke to acquire their weapons and supplies. Royce detects smoke when they are resting at the hideout. It comes from a fire Nolan started beneath the chamber to kill them by choking them. A predator hears Royce's attempt to blow an escape route and moves closer to the hiding place after hearing the boom. It eliminates Nolan and releases the group as it waits for them to flee so it may hunt them. It succeeds in stabbing Nikolai, but he kills it with a few claymore mines he carries with him, giving his life in the process. Royce, Isabel, Edwin, Hanzo, and Stans are among the others who escape the hideout unscathed. Stan is killed as they are suddenly interrupted by another predator. Royce, Isabel, Edwin, and Hanzo manage to flee, but the third predator follows them. Hanzo chooses to stay back and battle while the group moves through a grassland, giving the others time to get to the camp. Hanzo defeats the third predator in the ensuing battle, but also loses due to his injuries. The remaining group members can escape the lair with a predator on their heels. Stan attacks it with his shiv to buy time for the others to escape. However, Stan is killed moments later when the largest predator rips his spine and skull out of his body. The remaining members of the group head to the predator camp. Hanzo stops along the way and pulls out his sword. He engages in a battle of blades with a predator, ultimately killing both participants. Royce, Isabel, and Edwin continue to the predator's camp until Edwin has his leg trapped in a predator trap. The trap does not kill him, but it maims him enough that he cannot walk, let alone run on his own. Royce suggests that they booby trap him and leave him behind to kill the predators, but Isabel says she won't leave him behind. Royce leaves them and heads to the camp. Isabel and Edwin slowly continue to the camp but are captured in a predator pit. Royce reaches the camp and frees the smaller predator, who dons his armor and hacks into the controls of the predator's ship, setting a course for Earth. The final super predator arrives at that moment, and as the super predator and the smaller predator battle, Royce heads for the ship. Eventually, the super predator is victorious, decapitating the much smaller hunter just as the ship leaves the planet. Meanwhile, back in the pit, Edwin reveals his true nature as a serial killer as he paralyzes Isabel with the neurotoxin. He tells her of his horrible plans to kill her and remain on the planet with the other monsters. Royce appears, having not boarded the ship, and helps the duo out of the pit. When Edwin goes to stab Royce, the mercenary turns the tables and stabs Edwin in the head with the blade, paralyzing the doctor. Royce then follows his original plan and booby-traps Edwin with grenades, using him as bait to injure the remaining predator. Isabel crawls to her sniper rifle while fighting the neurotoxin's effects. Royce takes on the last predator using mud and fire to mask his heat signature. Isabel can shoot the predator and Royce can decapitate the beast. As Royce and Isabel lie down in exhaustion, they observe new parachutes opening in the sky. Royce tells Isabel that more predators will soon arrive to hunt the new prey. He tells her that they need to find another way to get off the planet, then retreat into the jungle to hide and fight for their lives again. The end. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new movie recaps.